And now, News Channel 10's 24/7 local weather first alert forecast.
Hello everyone, I'm meteorologist Shelden checking in with a quick look at what's been a very sunny and toasty Friday and what lies ahead of us for this weekend and going into next week as well. As you can see looking outside at the time of recording, definitely some baseball weather out there, that is for sure. Lots of sunshine. Highs already up into the mid to upper 80s. It's pretty dry and a little bit breezy out there as well. Our satellite and radar relatively clear. As you can see, no cloud cover, at least in our area. We are seeing some dry conditions off in the west. That's prompted some red flag warnings for your Friday. We are seeing a red flag warning for Saturday as well in eastern New Mexico, and a fire weather watch for Sunday. So those dry conditions in those places that have not seen quite as much rain, unfortunately tracking some wildfire danger. But for the rest of us, recent moisture is keeping us in the clear, at least for the time being. But it has been pretty breezy today. 35 miles an hour has been our latest gust here in Amarillo. We're seeing 20s and 30s around much of the region with relative humidity values down below 10%. So it is very dry out there. So of course, we don't want too many days of this in a row. And that's when we start to see those problems with the wildfire danger. So we'll continue to monitor that. But it does look like lots of sunshine and heat in the forecast for us. That's our next weather maker that we're tracking. Our current upper level pattern is prompting a lot of what we call southwest flow over our area. That's funneling a lot of that warmer and dry air into our atmosphere, and unfortunately not really doing much in the way of rain chances, at least for the time being. So your temperature forecast here, we'll have to wait until after sundown tonight. We'll have to wait until around 9 o'clock to see those temperatures finally start to relax just a little bit. In the overnight hours, we'll drop down to about 54 here in Amarillo, some low 50s in the cooler parts of the area, and then we're back up in the mid to upper 70s by 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. So it's already going to be our normal high, 76, 77 degrees. We'll hit that before lunchtime tomorrow. Our daytime highs, we're talking upper 80s here in Amarillo. Some places, especially down off towards Childress, maybe seeing mid 90s by the end of the afternoon. So certainly going to be pretty toasty out there, and that's going to set the trend moving forward for our forecast this next week or so. Winds will finally start to relax as we go into the overnight hours. You'll see waking up for your Saturday morning winds around 10 to 15 miles an hour. They'll stay that way for most of the day. Might see a few gusts, maybe 15 to 20 miles an hour. What you're seeing there down off towards the southeast is probably some severe activity happening outside of our area. So unfortunately, like I said, no rain for the time being, but there is some hope at the end of this tunnel, a light at the end of the tunnel, if you will. As you can see on our 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook, this is for May 11th through the 15th. So this will be next Thursday through the following Monday. As you can see, Amarillo and places off towards the southwest slated for well wetter than normal conditions. So we're really going to be monitoring late next week into the following weekend, hopefully for some more promising rain chances. We don't want to get too ahead of ourselves, so we'll temper those expectations for now at about 10 to 20%, but it does look like maybe starting Wednesday, but definitely Thursday and Friday chances look a little bit better. But look at our temperatures up until then. Lots of sunshine, highs peaking around 92. That's here in Amarillo. Places down off towards the southeast are likely going to be warmer than that, so it's going to be very summer-like here for at least the next 5 days. We'll see settling around the mid-80s, which is still well above normal going into Wednesday and Thursday of next week. But it does look like just right around Friday, you'll see those winds take a shift out of the northeast. There is a cold front that's going to be coming in. The timing of it will have a big-time impact on the temperatures that we expect next Friday, but it does look like regardless of what happens on Friday, after that, we'll start to see some cooler temperatures and maybe a little relief from that heat. But up until then, break out the sunscreen and just make sure to stay safe out there if you're going to be spending any time outside.